Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Mizzle. You watch my channel Mizzle14, and I'm here doing the review of Married to Medicine Season 6 Reunion Part 1. It is a three-part reunion, and I usually wait to all parts and do the review, but since it's three parts, it would be too much to do in one video. So I'm just going to do each part. Today was the first one. The next one will be on Sunday, January 6th at 9 o'clock on Bravo. So make sure you set your DVRs or set your calendar and watch the second part on Sunday. I don't know why they put it back on Sunday. I mean, why you just consistently leaving it on Friday? I mean, I don't know what's going on next Friday that you couldn't continue the things on the Friday. But the second part of Married to Marriage will be um, January 6th, Sunday. All right. Once again, with the reunions, I'm not gonna talk about nobody fashion, but a lot of these cast members did look okay. They look nice. So I'm just gonna move on from that. All right, straight to the action. So far, the seat arrangement we have Toya, Mariah, and Simone. We have Andy right here in the middle, and then we have Jackie. We have Heavily. We have Quad, and we have Contessa. So that's the seat arrangements there. All right. So the first thing they talk about Simone. Um, Not really much. I mean, the reunion part one is slow starting. I mean, it got juicy when it got close to the end. So the beginning part wasn't all that. So they talk about Simone and her marriage and everything, and then she's. What I got from that segment is that she said from the union last year, it helped her stop from getting divorced because she announced it in the reunion that she filed for divorce and is in the process of getting finalized in a couple weeks or something like that. And yeah, she was filing a divorce, and she gonna be in the process of getting that going in a couple of days from that. And the cast member was like, "Oh no, 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 no!" So they help her. They talk her out. They talk through her. Everybody was helping her out, convincing her. Talk to Cecil about the problem she was having with Tammy, and they made progress. She says since then, the cast. She thanks the cast members for helping her with not getting divorced and staying with Cecil. But she said it's still kind of tough because communication is still kind of a struggle with them. And she did mention that since they decided not to go divorce, why not move in together right away to work on the communication? But she said the communication was terrible, and it's just coming together because sometimes it'll make it worse. So we need to get that communication balance together first. Then we move back in together and do that. And that's how it was. It's like they this season it shows them they move back together in one house. She did mention that she loves living by herself. She likes the comfortability of having no rules, not having set dinner time, not knowing how to cook. Even though I don't think she cooks, but not doing much of a routine that she would normally would do if she had her husband, and her kids in the house with her. So she said she loved it, and I could tell Simone was like the type of good she like chick who needs her privacy. She don't want to be snuggled up in the house with everybody. So she said she enjoyed it, but she's still adjusting with Cecil because he moved back in. It's a struggle. She sounds sometimes because she said they don't do things that she asks for, like the kitchen, picking up their stuff, and cleaning. She said it's tough, but she did mention that she cut off communication with Tammy. Everything, all communication with Tammy is cut off, and it's gonna work on it. But she said her Cecil's in a much better place right now. So I said congratulations to them, and I hope they do well and work on that marriage and continue working on and not harboring on the past and just move forward because that dinner scene what she did with Cecil was totally left out of left. I understand how she feels, but it's like if you say you was gonna move on and stop going back because if you keep going back, that means you never fully moving on from it. So hopefully that they continue working on it. I want to see them happier next season, season 7. All right, so then we get to the section with Contessa about her getting the surgery and her recovering, her family, her father, and stuff like that. And they showed the clips, like just like with Simone, they showed Simone clips throughout her thing with Cecil and divorcing and getting back together and having the conversations and talking. They saw that. So this time they showed Contessa and her recovering and her going to the hospital and getting the surgery, coming back and being for get back with the girls and stuff like that. And she said she had a better relationship with her father. It's great now. She said that he working on getting treatment for the cancer he has. So it's like that's good. So he trying to live longer for him for being able with his daughter Contessa and his grandchildren. So also that's nice. I like that even though he what he did to her in the past, Contessa never really hold that grudge against him. Even though she felt feel type of way about it a little bit, but she not gonna let that hinder her for building a relationship with her father now before he passed away, when his time is left at the earth. So build that relationship now and at least patch it up. So when he died, whatever, you can still have some good memories that you did build on that positive relationship with your father. So I enjoy that. Now, this is where the bullshit started. Simone came in. Now, I feel that Tori had the most issue with Contessa this season. But this whole segment, Tori wasn't saying shit. She wasn't really saying much. She did chime in here and there with little side comments and stuff like that. But Simone was the most doing the talking. So I said, okay, Simone, you have the most trouble with Contessa than Toya is, because I would think that Toya would be the one would say all the shit that you saying, not Simone. So Simone said that Contessa's a liar fraud. She felt like she used that recovery as a. Oh, before we go to that, they were talking about the recovery and all that stuff, that she got the double mastectomy and reconstruction surgery, that they moved both her tissues of her breast, reduced it something like that, and then put um, injection, whatever it is, in the implants in her breast to make it. And she looked good. Like Contessa looked really nice today with her red dress, having the titties popping and everything. Like it was nice, and she really flowed. Like showed like yes, Contessa. And Heavenly was like, damn. Bitch, you do got a big breast. I should have shut my mouth. I said I wasn't looking. I was not paying attention. But your breast is popping. I would say, hey, she like to have big breasts, make it popping, and she wear that dress well with that breast. So, go ahead, Contessa. So, yeah, so she was recovering, and it wasn't much to it. It just sitting in bed, recovering, doing her to do, taking pain medication. She didn't really take that much, and being in the kids until she got back with the group. Now, this was bullshit started because Simone came in and was like, "This is crazy." I think she used. I don't think that Contessa was bedridden. She was a home base and a lot of stuff like that. So I think she used the recovery as a way to not attend the events that Toya was having because she had power with the group. I said no because every time, since Contessa been in the show, she been attending every damn group sessions like that, whether she have a power with it or not. So don't think that Toya was that damn Toya is that damn great and popular or more important that she don't want to go because she feels type of way with Contessa. No, that's not what it is. And for you to say that she using that as a way to not get with the girls, so what if she got surgery, which is elective, which is freaking a mandatory surgery or elective surgery? It still was surgery at the end of the day. So if you're gonna recover and not be around the group, that's your prerogative. And so like that. So that's what Contessa said. If I want to be away from the group and recovering, that's my prerogative. It's my thing. Don't say it because you got an event that I had to go when I'm coming recovering, that people could be or trying to hug me and I can't hug them. It's like that. So whatever. Everybody's not the same. So you can't force nobody to go to something because go something because that's your friend and they having something, you had to be there. No, if she recovering and she got some stuff like that, she had to do. And then she's saying she used a fake story with her father, the reason why she didn't want to go. I said no, no, no. Did you see the season? Just like we all see it. Contessa had to see her father. Her father's flight was delayed. He is sick. She's worried, so she sent Scott in her place. So for y'all to say that she didn't want to go because she had power with Toya, no, hell to the no. She still would have went if she had to go pick up her freaking father, but she had to go with her father. So her father is more priority than Toya and her damn ass party. I don't care what nobody said. I'm not like Team Contessa or Team Toya or Team Simone like that. I just go what's right. I do like Contessa. I like ladies in the cast, but some of them is acting stupid. Simone, you was doing too much. I would say whatever. Contessa had to go. She did was not using that. So when Jackie went to talk to her, Jackie said she first thought that. She thought that Contessa was using her surgery and not sending one of the girls. But then she asked. And Contessa said, no, I'm not using that. And I believe that too. I don't think Contessa was using her surgery to not go with the girls. It's like, no, she was recovering. No matter what. If I have to go surgery and I'm recovering, I'm going to recover. If I want to be around with y'all, I'm going to be around with y'all. But I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I said, no, I got to recover. Let me recover. And when I get back on my feet, yes, I will be dancing with y'all. I'm going to be popping and mood locking, whatever I'm going to do with y'all like I used to it. But if I'm recovering, let me recover. It's like that. You can check up on me, but none of y'all check up on her. But y'all have all this stuff to say. The only people who checked on was Jackie. I think Mariah came to check on her. Dr. Jarrett. I think Quad. I believe Quad. Yeah, Quad probably checked on her. Heavily checked on her. Simone, Toya. Y'all didn't check up on her. So for y'all to say have all this talk about her and how she was using this as an excuse to dodge the girls, no, she wasn't dodging y'all. And then you said, yeah, she said she's a liar and a fraud. And I was like, how is she a liar and a fraud? I was like, I don't understand what she's lying for. They said, oh, she talk about Toy on behind back, but then she want to come to the party acting like everything is cool and say hi and stuff like that. I said that's a sign of being cordial. Don't you know that word? I mean, yes, if we in the same room together, we could just say hi, how you doing, bye, all that stuff, what's going on, if you want to get a hug or not. But she wasn't really talking about Toy behind back. All she was saying that she felt. She didn't say Toya hit her on purpose. She felt that she didn't think that Toya would do that on purpose. So she was questioning it. It's like that. But at the same time, Toya, you never went to go check up on her, Contessa. So that's why she feels type of way about it. But at the same time, she's not gonna let her ruin the trip. So she had to suck up her pride and say hi. Let her say hi. If you don't want to say hi back, that's fine. Not. But that doesn't make her a freaking fraud and a liar. It's like, come on now, I don't understand that. Y'all all talk about each other behind your back, so don't act like y'all all innocent and it's like, oh, okay, whatever. I think they feel like because Toy brought Contessa in, Contessa needs to bow down to Toy. I said, I don't care if you brought me into a group, you take me into something like that about I would choose to somewhere else. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna continue to be me, no matter where you take me to. So the fact that you bring me somewhere doesn't mean I have all my undying loyalty to you. I said no. I'm gonna feel like who I wanna feel like talking to. I'm gonna chill who I wanna feel like talking to and chill and say what I need to say, whether you're a friend or not. And so like that. So long story short, Simone, you was doing way too much. And ever say like that argument you had in the boat. She said you was drunk. Simone said she was never. She don't get drunk. And then Bob was showing a lot of scenes that she always asking for drinks. She was asking for drinks, all that stuff, straight rum, tequila, all this stuff like that. She was asking for drinks. And she said, "I never got drunk around these ladies. I would never get drunk. None of these ladies seen it. Nobody say nothing. Nobody said, yeah, you do, or no, like that. Nobody really confirmed. Nobody just say nothing. They was just sitting quiet." But she said she was not getting drunk. I said, bitch, you was drunk or you buzzed or something. You was doing something because you snap out. But she did say she know what exactly what she's doing. So I said, oh, yes, Simone. I believe you do know exactly what you're doing. You know you can go 0 to 100 that quickly because you know you could do that. And it's not the alcohol. You could do that now. She said, with no straight rum and all that stuff, I could go 0 to 100 because she was 0 to 100 at the reunion and she had no drinks. So she know exactly what Simone is doing, exactly what she's doing, and she know raising her voice and doing all that stuff to get a rise out of everybody. So now she's saying on national television that she knows what she's doing, and she did that on purpose to get a rise out of you. So take that as it is. So I said, but at the same time, like, don't be sitting here acting like you have the most problem with Contessa than Toya. And hopefully we get Toya and Contessa talking out in part 2 or 3. It seems like it's not gonna happen. So I don't know what the deal is. It seems like most of the commercials on the trailer was saying was mostly for the first part, and I guess they were done the Contessa thing. So I don't know if they're gonna go back to it and see how really Toya feels, because it wasn't really Toya talking with Simone. So I was like, I wanted Toya to say her piece, and Toya was making some side comments, but it wasn't much to and to give you a floor to have you say it, because you had the most issues. You the one who brought everything up together, um, to the group, all the stuff about Contessa. But now you the one who you didn't really have much to say. So I was like, okay, whatever. Then we had this little segment with the kids and ladies with their kids and growing up, talk about sex talk and talk about being a parent and how being tough raising children and um what else? Being prepared for anything and raising the kids. And it's so nice to see them kids grow up and mature and stuff like that. Especially like with Lauren, and then we see Laura growing up, and she is something else, something like that, just like Heavenly. And it seems like that. And Heavenly did mention that she got another kid that nobody know about, a son that he don't film because he's refusing not to be filmed. So it's like that. And they talk, it was a general talk. I'm not gonna go deep details about the talk about the children, about the birds and the bees, the sex and everything. They said that the perfect time to talk to kids about that is middle school, which is true because that's the time where they start exploring more and start getting that teenage years when they start developing from child and get them with more responsibilities, and that's when more peer pressure is happening around the middle school. So yes, it is pivotal to start having that sex talk around that time, and also their maturity, like Jackie said. So two of them go hand in hand, and they talk about Contessa her being the Dr. Mo and help her save her daughter that quickly when she just was cooking and all of a sudden she's like, I was like, damn, that was a quick reflex. It's like, damn. But she said you always on Dr. Mo and it's like that because you always got to look out and see what's going on. And I said, that's nice. And you know what I like about this man? Some of these things, like, they could have their disagreements and arguments, but they still kind of respectful of each other. They not too ratchet and all that stuff. And they still have that poise. And when people talking, they would listen at some points. But it wasn't really, all that screaming match. Andy didn't really have to go too much into refereeing or mediating and telling them to be quiet. Only a few times. But, oh, the update with Contessa Toy, Contessa said she don't know what about Simone. It's like, what? I don't know, because it's really out of left field for me. And I do feel that the way. It's like, okay, you apologize and all that stuff like that, but now in the reunion, you just saying that she a fraud. I was like, wow. I was okay. And they had a little segment also with the doctor with the worst patients. I'm not gonna go into that details about that. Sometimes it is. I heard this. The same is true. Sometimes doctors does make the worst patients. They treat everybody else, but when it comes to their own health, they think they know everything. They could do this. They could do that. Whatever. They don't want to take this medication because they could defy science. I was like, yeah, they could be the worst patient. But also, it is. And he did mention that it's commendable that they bring out a lot of issues and they talk about getting to seeking help because there's all stigma and especially in the African American communities that go to talk to somebody about your problems. It's not you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to keep it within yourself and the family and talk to somebody that make yourself look weak. I said no, it make your health suffer better. If people do talk their emotions out and stop hiding everything in there, people won't be angry and fighting all the damn time. Shit. So I just did a little rant, but it is true. Like, come on, if you could be able to speak your mind and get your emotions out, stuff like that, you would not be in a situation where you need to fight all the time. All right, so I think this will start picking up a little bit and getting more juicy with the details. All right, so we got talking about Heavenly and Mariah, about the Heavenly's journey, about her a spiritual journey, about her going back to her house in Florida, her old house, and getting the memories and everything. We basically know that Heavenly don't like to deal with a lot of her issues, so she become a combative and she become deflective like she was doing tonight. She showed us a little example of that. It's like when you try to tell her something that's deep or something that is true towards her and how she can handle it. Like she don't want to tap in her emotions and her feelings and stuff like that. So she don't like to tap into it. She like to deflect and not deal with it. So she get combative and argumentative with you. Argumentative. Argumentative with you. All right. So I had to get that word out. So with you. So to continue going off of going back and forth with you, all to avoid her tapping her issues, her feelings, her thoughts, process, and everything, her anger about situations. It's all stuff from her childhood, and also we did agree on something too. Andy mentioned it is that she always bringing something about her sister. That her sister the root cause of her potential was Mariah. Her sister the root cause about how she reacts to other people or something like that. It's always boiled down to her sister. So we're asking like, did you ever have sit down with your sister? Yeah, because I said that in one of my videos. I said maybe you need to talk to your sister now. Yes, you want to talk to Mariah, but if your issues with your sister, then you need to go to your sister if she's still alive. So we find out she's still alive. So it's like, Heavenly, that's the time you need to go because your issues with her, that underlying issues, your anger you have, and how you handle the situation with other people, it always to fall down to your sister. You need to talk to your sister. You have to have that sit down one on one and cleanse. And once you get that off your chest, then everything else in your interaction with other people will be better. But since you always holding on to that resentment, sort of anger towards your sister, and not getting that resolved, you always gonna be that same loophole you trying to do. You trying to get a spiritual journey. It can continue circling. It will never break until you have that tackle sit down with your sister, that breakthrough with her. If you can't get through her, just as long as you did what you had to say, get off your chest, and move forward. Mariah don't like being called a liar. She said, I don't like when Heavenly called me a liar, and Heavenly said, everyone know you're a liar. She said, no, I'm not a liar, or stuff like that. But Mariah did notice that she did understand a lot more about Heavenly and how she reacts towards other people because her upbringing. Um, and craziness. So then Mariah went to say that she don't like being called a liar because it's character assassination. I said, okay, whatever. But she upset that how Heavenly always bring her mama up because you know Heavenly always saying your mama and your mama and your mama. It's a soft spot for Heavenly, no Mariah. So when you do the thing, right? Heavenly said that your mama doesn't mean anything to her because she growing up that's something that she be hearing all the time and doesn't mean anything, just like bitch. So it's no negative connotation with your mama. It just say it's a word that she should say. And but Heaven didn't like that. She brought Damon into it because she said Damon's a well respectable man in the community. Or so, she said so my mom. I said just Heaven leave the mom out of it. Y'all could go at each other, but leave other people's family members out of it. Just don't bring other family members in your argument. If you want to argue with Mariah and diss Mariah down. Same to Mariah. You want to argue with Heavenly, diss Heavenly down. But don't bring Damon in. Don't bring the kids in. Don't bring the mama in. Don't leave anybody else in. But sometimes in the rules of argument and anger and heated battles, rules is out the window. It's no set rules. It's no holds balls. So continue from that. So that's when we get into that. Oh yeah, we know you're lying. You know you're lying. She said, no, we know. No, we don't. And she said, X Quad, and that's how they got juicy. I was like, oh shit. So Quad came in, and that's why I feel like that's when they reveal a lot of issues during the season, because I think they would save a lot of the shocking details at the reunion, and I said that in my last video, and I do believe it now. So with Quad, she said, "Oh yeah, I do believe in Quad a liar," and stuff like that. And Quad came out and saying that some liar said that she slept with her sister husband, and I was like, "What? Sister husband?" And I heard it was stuff going on because I watched a lot of YouTuber on thing James Caldwell, and he was saying something about that. He did a video about the talk between why Quad and Mariah fell off of their friendship, and the whole part of bringing Quad in when we know about the situation, because this blog, whatever it is, I don't know how this got to the blog because it's clearly said that Quad slept was accused allegedly sleeping with Mariah's sister husband, which is Mariah's brother-in-law. So I was like, wow. And but supposedly this is one friend, the Quad, they were best friends, and she brought Quad into the show. So if this was the case, why you be friends with someone who slept with your sister husband? So like that. So Andy was trying to understand. He said, "What did you accuse Mariah of?" He accused Mariah of she brought up a blog accusing me of sleeping with your sister husband. No, that's not true. Mariah said she didn't believe it at first, but she believed it. She thought she believed it when her sister went to Quad's house and she saw Quad in her brother-in-law T-shirt, smelled like his cologne, and had stacks of business cards in her house. And she said, so that's when I know she was sleeping with my sister's husband. But she said, why bring this up? Because she said this accusation came out when you was married with Greg. She's known before. So this happened before she got with Greg. And this accusation came out. But she never said anything for 6 years. Which I understand. I say if this is something that it could be detrimental why you don't like Mariah Quad or something like that. Why you say that? Mariah said that she didn't want to say none of that because why she would hurt my sister in the process by bringing this situation up out there in the blogs like that and out there. But I said it's in the blog, so who got this situation? Who got this story? It's like it's so weird. Blogs, I don't understand that blogs could make up stories or like that. That's like gossip tracks or like that. But blogs itself, like it had to be some truth that somebody got some information from the parties involved in the story. So if you didn't want to say nothing, you kept this quiet. How it got in the blogs? How it got out there? And that's what I understand. Like if it was never mentioned, you kept it quiet. How is in the blogs? So they going back and forth. They was arguing, going crazy, and then freaking Quad said that Mariah is a coke snorting addict. And she said, what? What you told me? You called me? I never smoked crack in my life. You call it cocaine? I never smoked cigarettes and I never smoked hookah. You got to boss me around your line. He said, why you here? You're not even married to medicine to my love. I said, oh, shit. That's a word to say that. Oh, well. But Quad said she didn't want to address it now. She don't want to wait till season 7 when this come out. Because it did feel crazy why this blog thing came out about her allegedly sleeping with her sister husband. And that, if that's true, then maybe explains the reason why Quad and Mariah don't really get along like that. But they was best of friends. So did it happen in the midst before she got with Greg and in the midst after when they in a friendship and now when they had a friendship like that? But if that's happened and you knew this, why you would bring her to the show? If this was before she got with Greg. So I remember in the first season, I didn't watch the second season, but I know when she came in the first season, she wasn't married to Greg yet, but she did got married to him. So I don't know how this come about, but I can't wait to see the next part. Oh, I did forget. Heavenly wanted to see the receipts, because the beginning of the episode, Mariah and Aiden, it was a folder. Aiden said he got the receipts. He got the receipts. He gonna hold on to it. I said, Aiden, something messy. Let's give it to Mariah the folder. So Heavenly said, you know what? Where's the so-called receipts? I got my glasses, so I want to read this receipts. So my wife said, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not going low right now. I don't got to go low right now. This is petty. I'm not doing this right now. She said, I got the receipts. You bring this. Andy said, you open this box. She said, yeah, I did open it. And I went in there, but I'm not doing it right now. I'm not doing it right now. She said, well, I want to see the receipts so like that. So I'm not doing it. So like that. She said, well, you got no receipts. And of course, I said, you got no receipts. She said, oh, I never said I didn't got no receipts. I just not doing it right now. He said, that's what she wants to see the receipts. He said, well, I'm not doing it. So that's what that, and that's what leads to say, you know what, she a lie and all that stuff. That's what Card came in. But I can't wait to see next week and see more, because I think it gonna be more with the girls, and they're gonna start bringing the guys in. So that was part 1 of the reunion. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Also tell me your thoughts about the reunion, what you thought about it, what you got from the situations. Like I said, it wasn't too much that I could really go into it. It got juicy at the end. But that was part 1 of the reunion. So I want to bring it out there for people who didn't watch it and also watch it when it comes to review or don't want to watch the show and listen to my review is out there. So talk to y'all later. Please.